What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be showing you some Worldedit basics, and hopefully this will be able to help you out while you're building. And for a lot of people have been wondering about Worldedit basics, and hopefully that this will be able to provide you at least some starters into getting into the whole Worldedit system. So first of all, for those of you that are on the server, from guest to grand builder, you will have to use a feature known as C Shop in order to access our Worldedit. Now you will have the increments of 10 minutes, 25 minutes, and 1 hour, and they are all purchased using your credits, which you can find on the raven.org website, where you can vote on 10 links and you can get 10 points. And 10 credits, should I say, and that'll get all added into your in-game system. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys some basic commands, and hopefully this will be helpful. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can tell, I'm using the wand tool right now, and before we even get started into this, I want to kind of show you a couple things for those that you don't know, don't know what's going on. First of all, in order to redo a command, so say, now this is a little pushing forward, but say we're doing brush sphere 1 4 5 6, and then I don't know, 5 is the radius. Alright, so then we have this set as a brush, and we can go ahead and set that. But if we don't want to set that, we can just do / none. And then that'll untag the brush from our tool or whatever device that we're using. And now you don't need to use a stone shovel. You can use pretty much any of these tools except for the wooden axe. But any of these tools are open source that you can use, and you can decide on whatever you want. And now if you want to get to that command again, you can just go up using the arrow keys. So you can go up using the arrow keys and down. So you can go through all the commands that you've done in the past, and that will allow for you to see all of the commands that you have done. So remember, use the arrow keys. It really helps out for if maybe you messed up typing or whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So first of all, we're going to start off with the wand tool. Now you have a cool feature known as the copy and pasting. Now as you can see, this is all selected. Now on the Raven server, you have two types of CUI. You have the CUI, like I have the client side CUI. That's why you see kind of like the outlines of the blocks. And then this redstone dust, that is created by a plugin on the Raven server to show where you've selected. Now to deselect that area, say if you already did your selection and everything's done, and then you have this annoying selection. In order to deselect that, you do / cell. And then that'll deselect that, and then you won't have to worry about that annoying little thing. But anyway, here we go. We're going to do what's called copy and pasting. So you go to, first of all, you make your selection, there to there, and you can go ahead and just copy it from wherever you want. Now, wherever you copied it from is the exact position where it's going to be pasted. So say that I want to put a pillar there, and then I want to paste it here, where the white is. We're just going to do / paste, just like that. And then there you go. Now, another thing that you can do with copy and paste is you can paste without air. And now for like large air things, you have difficulty sometimes. So say if we want to, now when we're doing this on flat terrain, it's a little difficult, but let's say that we want to do this. All right, so we want to select from here and we want to select to there. All right, so we go ahead and copy. All right, so now we've copied all of that, including the air blocks. Now if we want to copy it down here, so say we want to set air, now that's going a little forward, but say we want to set there, and then we want to paste -A. Now that shows that we're doing pasting minus air, and you can do minus anything, minus water, minus cobble, which is 4, minus stone bricks, 98. So then you paste it down there, and then as you see, it goes one lower, and you have the grass blocks there. And then that obviously can cause some problems. But as you can see, with pasting minus air, you don't have those problems. So as you can do undo, and so you won't have that problem. And so then we can do paste here, and then as you can see, it pretty much it takes out everything in the selection. So we're just going to go ahead, undo. So undo is how you undo a selection. And we're going to go ahead and undo again. As you can see, it goes right back to there. And there we go. So we have successfully copy and pasted. And I've shown you how to copy and paste minus error. Now, our next thing that I want to show you is position. So say that you have a large position and you don't feel like doing this, like making a selection using like grass blocks or whatever to mark like the corners of your selection. You can just go up to here, say, and you can do / position 1, and that selects this exact position that I'm at right now, and that basically is the first position. And then say we want to select it down to here, and we don't want to use the wand, so you can do position 2, pos 2, as you can see, and then that selects that entire area. And you can decide on what you want to do with that. If you want to copy and paste it, if you want to set it to air, if you want to flip it, remove it, I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you can decide on what you want to do. I use that a lot. So anyway, I'm just going to do / cell, and that removes our selected area. And now another thing you can do is cut, which is another interesting thing that I don't really use it, but basically it works just like any other thing. You just do / cut. And then you do / paste. You know, it's basically just cutting and pasting, just like any other thing that you would use cut for. But yeah, you have that command, and it's relatively useful. Now, I have a client-side mod that allows me to deselect using a key. It's the Worldedit CUI mod. But anyway, it just deselects like that. So then I've already shown you how to do it in game. It's just / cell. Here we go, / cell. So we're going to move on to our next thingamagummy, which is rotate. So let's go ahead and try rotating this. So we're going to go ahead and make our selection, copy, and now we're going to go ahead and rotate this. Okay, well, first of all, let's go ahead and do this. Let's decide on a side so that it's all it's easy to, or it's clear to tell, you know, that it is flipping. But anyway, we're going to do copy. And now we're going to do rotate. So if you just do just regular rotate, it's going to rotate at 90 degrees. So it's going to rotate this way or the other way. I forget. Anyway, paste. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am wrong. It is rotate 90 / rotate 90. All right. So you got to rotate in increments of 90. So 90 and 180 or -90. And then you do paste -A, or we're just going to do paste in this case. And as you can see, it rotated 90 degrees. And then if you flip it all the way around, would be 180. So if you go back to math class, think of an obtuse angle is 180, whereas in a right angle would be 90. So we're going to go rotate 180. So now that should show up over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so that's going off of the already rotated selection that we pasted over here. And as you can see, it's rotated this way, so you can rotate 90, -90, and 180 to go all the way around. All right, so that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and hopefully that helps you out. Now, another thing that you can do is you can use what's called the walls command. So you can go all the way up to here. Say you want to make a tower. Now, this is an even tower, so I don't usually make even towers. But say that you want to make a tower, and you want to keep it open in the middle, and you don't want to just set it all. Well, first of all, we can just set it to cobble, and we can just make a stone pillar just like that. So you can use just / set, and you can do that. Now, you can also do set 4, which is cobble, for 6, which is a cobble metadata, and then say we want to use stone, dark stone, which is 1.5. And then there you go. Now you have a whole selection of blocks there that you can just use to your heart's content. But that's due to the Conquest resource pack that I'm using. But anyway, another thing that you can do is you can do walls. And we're going to go walls 4. And then you have that open spot in the middle that you could put stairs up or whatever. And so it only does the outside of that tower. So it doesn't like, you know, so you don't have to clear that out again. And this has been an extremely useful feature to me because I've used this a lot. in my building of my towns and builds in general. Is just because I build a lot of towers, a lot of like square bases, etc. It really helps out. And you can do this for pretty much any box selection that you want. So say we want to do walls cobble here, and then there you go. You've just decided on making a base or a foundation to a house. So we're going to do undo, undo, and then there we go. And remember, you can set this to any kind of mix of blocks that you want. You can do this for pretty much anything, for any of these set commands. So walls, so we want to do, I don't know, 1-5 is light stone, 1-8 I think is Italian stone, and then we're gonna do cobble, which is actually, we're just gonna do 4, which is cobble, and then that sets it over to that. And I was wrong. 1-6 I think, yeah, is the light stone. But anyway, you get the idea. It sets whatever you want the combination to be. So our next thing that I want to show you is schematics. So say if we want to save a certain schematic to a selection, so that maybe we want to bring it from, well, on the Raven server you can kind of bring it wherever you want between the creative worlds because of certain plugins and stuff that really help out. But anyway, you can do copy. So first of all, you copy your selection, you decide on where you want the copy position to be, and then you do / schematic save, and then you name the selection whatever you want to save it as. So say we want to save it as schematic save Bill. Alright, so we just decided to call this Bill. Alright, so now we want to do schematic load, so we're going to unselect that. Now this isn't, obviously this isn't copy and paste, but you can do this with houses, with castles, whatever you've built on your plot. Now you can do schematic load, and then we want to do Bill. Alright, so now we have that loaded into our inventory, or loaded into our clipboard, and we're ready to go. And now we want to do paste. And as you can see, we've officially made our selection, and it worked out just great. Now we're going to go ahead and do undo, and so that is that. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to, actually, I'm sorry, we have one more thing to do with selections. So first of all, now this is something that's more of an intermediate kind of thing. But as you know, as you need, because when you're on the when you're using Conquest, you have a lot of features known as biomes, biome-specific blocks and stuff, and so certain biomes cause for certain like features in the Conquest pack, and so you can get like certain leaves using biomes. So like you can get red leaves using the mushroom biome. You can get like orange leaves using the taiga. You know, you can decide on like what color you want your plot to be pretty much, and what color you want your trees. And so another thing you can have, while like say if the plot biome command is not working at the time, you can do / set biome, and you can go through the list of biomes that there are, but you can go extreme hills is a biome that you can do, and there we go. Now all this grass is going to be extreme hills. Now I can just go ahead and what you need to do in order to see the change is you need to disconnect and reconnect. So basically relog, and you'll be able to see the change. So say if I change this to desert, all I would need to do is relog, and it would be light grass. Pretty simple. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to brush commands, because this is a pretty big thing, because you obviously need to know brush commands. So first of all, what you need is any kind of tool. You can use any of these tools, but I typically use the shovels for brushes, just because that's what I like to do. Now you can do // and you can spell it out if you want, but I just do the short version, which is // br, and then you can do sphere. All right. So once you do / sphere, now you got to select your materials. So now let's say I want to do 4, which is cobble, and I want to do, actually no, we're going to do grass. So say we're going to do, I don't know the ID for grass. Dirt is 3, and we're going to do 3-1, and 3-1 is a metadata of grass. And then say we want to do grass 1. And then we do, so that basically is your materials. You can set that to whatever you want, and you can even use percentages. And then you do a space after that, and then that sets the size to your brush, and it's usually between the increments of 1 to 5. Now, when you're an admin on the server, you can go to 10 and above, or I think 10's the max. But for this case, we're just going to do a selection or a brush size of 5. All right, so now we're going to just right-click, and as you can see, it creates a ball brush. And then this is what you would use as your main terraforming tool. So we're going to undo that. And now what you can do is also you can do brush, cylinder, and now we're going to do cobble and 5. All right, so we've set our cylinder to cobble 5. And as you can see, it sets to whatever material that you are looking at. So say that we have a block right there. Now this cylinder will spawn on that layer, as you can see there. All right, and that's how you would do that. Now another super a very, very incredibly useful tool is masking. So say we want to do brush, sphere, cobble, and then 13, 13, 1. So that would be cobble, gravel, a gravel metadata, and then we want to do 3, 3, which is dirt that does not change into grass. And then say we want to do 5. All right, so right now it's going to do that. All right, so we don't want that. So we're going to do undo, and we're going to do mask grass or whatever material that you want to mask. And you can go ahead and do this. All right, so that's a really easy way to do that. Now say if you have trees in the way. All right, so say if you have trees, so let's find some trees somewhere. I don't know. So say, yeah, just pretend that there's trees here, all right? So what you would want to do if you want to remove the trees is you can just do brush, sphere, air, 5, all right? And then you can just do mask, log, leaves. Log and leaves pretty much is all you need to do. Enter, and then it'll just mask. So let's just build a tree really quick, just to kind of show you how it works. So say we want to go ahead and build a tree here, and then we want to go ahead and just there we go. That's a tree, what I call a lollipop tree. But anyway, you just go ahead and click it, and there you go. And it doesn't ruin anything else. It just takes out logs and leaves. And so you can do that with any material. So say you want to do mask cobble, all right? Bam, gone. All right, so that's that. That's masking, very useful tool. Now we want to do brush, sphere, cobble. Actually, we're just gonna do grass 4, and we don't want to mask anything. Mask air. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. All right, so now we have this really uneven surface, and we don't know what to do with it. Now what you can do is you can do / brush smooth and 5. All right. Actually, no, we're going to do /none first because it's going to be masking air and we don't want that. So there we go. We're just going to do /none. So that unbinds it. Now there's nothing selected. There's nothing you can do with this brush until you set a new command. So we're going to do brush, smooth, and we're going to do and then we're going to do our size of the brush to 5. And then what you do is you go ahead and just smooth this out. And I'm just doing it really quickly, just kind of like that. So there we go. We went through what looked like just big blobs of grass into what looks like kind of like a hill. And you know, you had to work on it a good bit, but you can make it look natural and you can really work it out really well. But anyway, that is that. Now what you can also do, so let's do brush, sphere, grass 5. All right, so we've decided that we wanted a size of 5. Now what you can also do to set your size is size 2. So say you want a smaller brush. Okay. Size 2. I would think this would work. It doesn't work. Okay. Okay, I was misunderstanding. I just saw this on the website. I never use this actually. I always just retype it out. But anyway, we'll just move on from that. I will put in the description below what mistake I had made there. But yeah, that's something that I'm pretty new to. Anyway, now another thing that you can do is you can do which is called an H cylinder or a hollow cylinder. So say that you want to build a round tower. All right, so let's just pretend that we're building a round tower, and we don't need any blocks in our inventory for this, so I'm just going to get our fist. There we go. Now we want to do slash H cylinder, which is the command, H cylinder, and then we want to do 98, and you can do whatever you want. You can do 98 with 98 to cobble, you know, you can decide on whatever you want to do there. And then you can do, now the next number, you put a space between that, and the next number is the width of the tower. And so typically 5 is a good width for a good bastion. And then we want to do the height. So right now, this will just put a flat layer around us. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. We have a flat layer of stone around us. Now, if you want to bring it up, you can just use the arrow keys and go up, and then say you want to go 10 high. Bam, 10 high, and you can decide on what you want to do with it. You can put walls into it, whatever you want to do, and then that works pretty well. We're gonna undo 2. Undo. There we go. I don't see why that's not working. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just move over here. I don't know why that's not deselecting. So the next thing that we can do is replace, which is a tool that we have over here. Now this is kind of like a sidetrack thing, but on the Raven server, you can just kind of select it with the Biome cycler or the meta cycler, and you can just do that. So you shift left click whatever block you want to copy to, and you shift right click on the block that you want to paste it to. And as you can see, I can just kind of paste it all. So it's really simple. So shift left click, shift right click. As you can see, I'm crouching, whatever. So that's just something simple there. But anyway, for the Worldedit way, you can do / replace cobble. All right, and then you just kind of replace whatever you want with the cobble. There we go. Easy, simple. So easy a caveman can do it. But anyway, that's just a really simple tool there. So anyway, back to hollow stuff. So first, another thing you can do is H-sphere. Now, I never really use H-sphere. I never have any reason to. Doesn't really work for building. But anyway, H-sphere, cobble. So you set your, whatever there, and you set 5. And then this sets your, your hollow sphere. So whatever size you want to do, whatever materials, you can decide on what materials you want to do. But anyway, that's just your hollow sphere if you want to use that. Now you can do the same thing with sphere 5, 10, and then that would be a solid sphere. Or you can do solid cylinder 5, 10, or 98, 10. 98 is the block material, is like the material you want it to be, and then say 10 is the width and size, or that's the height. Actually, no, cylinder would be 98, 5 is the width, and then 10 would be the height. So then that would be a solid cylinder. But I have no, you guys can pretty much get that pretty easy. So another thing that I want to show you is fill and fill R and what the difference is. Now, fill and fill R are very, they're very unique, and that's pretty much up to the discretion of whatever situation you're doing at that time. So for fill, you can do fill. Say we want to fill it with 98 and we want to do it 10, so that, if we do / fill, 98 is the material, which is stone bricks, and then 10 is the width that you want to do it. Now you will notice that fill only fills one layer, as you can see there. So it's only that layer that you were on. Now what fill R does is it fills the entire radius. So you can do fill R, and then we want to do 98, which is the block material, and then 10. So the difference between that R and not the R is the big difference. So you can see. Now you can dig down as far as you want, and as far as that space provides will be stone brick. So that's what fill and fill R do. So it's very, very good to do in the end. So that is that. And now what we want to do is fill R, water 10. All right, so we want to fill that all with water. And so say if you don't want the water here, say you want to remove the water to add detail underneath, or say that you want to work on something in the water and the water is getting in the way, or maybe you're building a boat and then the hull of the boat is full of water and you want to remove that. Well, anyway, there's this easy and simple way to remove this water. All you have to do is do / drain, and you set your radius, and I'm going to set it to 10. There we go. The water is gone. And now you might find yourself in times where there's going to be some water that's going to be in your way and it's going to just cause problems. So like if you're having like problems where everything is just kind of like, so I have a mod that adds this stuff to it. As you can see, it adds this it's the better foliage mod. And anyway, you have, that's tertiary, but anyway, you have these, you see that the water is flowing. Now to fix that, what you do is do / fix water, and then you do it 20. All right. Okay. / fix water 10. There we go. And there we go. That fixes the water. It makes it so that there's no flowing bits. And so say if you're filling water around a big ocean area and then the places that connect are all like screwed up. Or say if you have like bits of water underneath that aren't working out. That's all you would have to do is / fix water. Make sure that you're in the part of the water that needs fixed, as we just found out. Now, another important thing that we need to do is, as you can see over here, we have some red wool. And when say now we want to change that red wool into a mixture of, say, this this brown wool and this white wool. Now, what you would need to do, so like in a process, say that you have a brown roof, or say that you have a, like say if you have a roof color that you want to change throughout the city. It's really simple to do this. All you got to do is do / replace near. And now you set the radius to say 10. We just want to do a radius of 10. And then you want to set, now we're going to do the sample material. And that is 3515. And that is the red wool. And now we want to set it to 35.1. And you do comma in between it. And then 35.12, which is brown. And then, should have changed it. Place near 10, 35.15 with 35.12 and 35.1. Okay, what am I doing wrong? 0 blocks have been replaced. Oh, maybe I'm setting things wrong. All right, so say if we're doing replace near, I think I know what I'm doing. 35.15 with 35.12 and 35.110. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, guys. I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing. We first have that sphere problem, and then we have this problem. Anyway, replace near, it works. I'll put it into the comments below the format in order to do that, and you guys can check that. But anyway, what it will do is replace whatever material that you want to replace it with, and then it makes it into that material that you're looking for. So my last and final thing that I want to show you guys is a kind of a complex thing, but it's really helpful. So say if we want to make this into the shape of a boat. All right, so basically what you need to do is copy it from the bow of the ship, like copy it from the front. All right, so we're going to do copy, and now you're going to do what's called flipping, which is / flip. All right, so you're going to do / flip. So now what it's going to do, as you can see, is this, it's not going to be right at this time. But anyway, it's going to do that. All right, so that doesn't work. Now what we want to do is go to the back of the ship of the little model here that we're doing, and we're going to do rotate 180. So that's going to rotate it all the way around, and now we're going to do paste -A. Okay, I was wrong on that. So we go up here, paste minus A. And as you can see, then that creates the shape of the boat that you would want. So say if you're building a ship, ships really work in this situation. Say if you're building a sailing ship, or really anything that you want mirrored sides, that's when you would use flip. Sometimes, it also will flip in the direction that you're looking. So say if you're looking down, it'll do this. All right, so say if you're looking down, it'll turn upside down just like that. So then what you could do is you could paste it right on top of this. Paste. And then you can make kind of like a bowl shape or whatever. So if you're looking down, it flips up and down. If you're looking to the side or whatever, it's flipping side to side, or horizontally. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for the couple of mistakes that was done during the video, but as far as everything goes, I hope it was very helpful for you, and I hope that you were able to learn something. And I hope you guys liked this video, so if you liked it, please like. It really helps me out. And if you guys want to see more, please subscribe. And maybe I'll do some more advanced tutorials of Worldedit in the future. But what I'm going to be doing is obviously terraforming tutorials and stuff like that, and that'll add to this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please like. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe. Don't forget that I have a Facebook and a Twitter that you can follow me on, and hopefully stay connected with me, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of cool things over there. But also I have a Twitch, which I live stream on, so definitely check me out there as well. All these links are down below in the description, so don't worry. Just check them out, and I'll see you guys there. But hopefully we'll see you on the Raven.org server anytime soon if you are not on the server already. Till next time, bye-bye.